I feel like I do things very odd, because usually when people do a stream is starting up, they just sort of let the video be sitting there for 5 minutes, and I'm like, my time is precious. I don't need that long to set up. I just go in for it, so... What's the one line? We do it live, involving a few other explicit words in the middle. Stop the hammering. I don't know, something like that. Anyway, it's 3, 2, 1, as you said. Well, wow, that was an amazing clap. Welcome to the stream. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. This is the Biendeo stream today on this fine, whatever the date is, 2nd of June, 2025. I hope you're having a wonderful week. We'll have a wonderful, wonderful week ahead of you. That clap was so good. That was a really good one. Wow. Yeah, no, my week's been, we're back into the chaos. Switch 2 and 3 day. Oh, snap. That is this week, yeah. Okay, well, it's been chaos for me for the past few days, and it will continue to be chaos into the near future. So I hope everyone's strapped in, because most likely it's going to be a very normal console release, and people will go, oh, but it plays most of the same games, and we've got Mario Kart now, so that'll be fun. But let's dive into today's game, shall we? Here we go. Wah! So, yeah, we're back with... And Deltarune, true, Deltarune as well. And, I guess Elden Ring again. And, Yakuza 0. And... Survival Kids? Is that launching? Yeah, from the things I've heard, Night Rain is, good for you to return. Night Rain is kinda eh. Not as in terrible, but certainly people have very, very high standards, and it's not up to it. I think a part of me feels that maybe the, air quotes, Battle Royale style of game, where you drop into an area, and then it's your goal to take out the boss with 2 of your peers. Neat in concept, kind of not quite what people feel is the organic... Yeah, a lot is recycled as well. There's a lot of bosses I heard that's from previous games as well, and not just, you know, there's only one Elden Ring, but there's multiple other Souls-like games. Souls games, I guess, not likes. That's not to say that it is a bad thing, but it's just the bar is so high for them to constantly keep one-upping themselves. Gorilla Medal. Yeah, no, apparently it's not quite there. So, I don't have too many strong thoughts. The only thing I really have a strong thought of is, what is with the, I guess, the lack of 2-player. There was a mod released a day after the game's release that allows for a 2-player mode. Because the game has a solo mode, and it has a 3-player mode, but it doesn't have 2 players. Dang it, as well. There's a reason why I'm here, and it's for the Metal Slimes, although, really in the last stream, for anyone who missed it, or VOD watchers who missed it, we did a lot of stuff last stream, didn't we? We cleared the pyramid the stream before, and then we wandered all around, we got the boat, we wandered around, visited a lot of places, got a lamp, I died to a dragon at the end, so I know that I need to meet the dragon. Was rescuing the people captured by the Robin Hoods again? That was last week, wasn't it? Man, I've done so much stuff. I keep forgetting. I'm a forgetful lad. So, but yeah, no, yeah. It's, yeah, the lack of a 2-player mode. So, in order to play 2-player, you need a 3rd wheel to immediately quit. Like, there's no punishment, and it's not like it's... You know, like, skill-based matchmaking, oh, you know, if you leave, you're punished. It's like, no, like, it's... You're punished amongst your peers, I guess. Ack. Dang it, Rags, you keep injuring yourself. But yeah, like, that's a bit of an odd one. But for the most part, like, I don't have anything too real, like... You know, from an outside perspective to say, and I've only played the original Dark Souls. I've not really played any other of From Software's games. Oh, actually no, I played Kingsfield on the PS1, the first one, the Japanese one, that is, which had a weird one where, like, people hyped up the reputation of Miyazaki and From Software. And, yes, the very first one, yes. People hyped up the company, and it was like, oh, everything they've made is amazing. And King's Field is neat. It's neat in the sense that it came out 2 weeks after the PlayStation came out, so it's very close to being a launch title, but not quite. And it had mind-boggling effects, that is true. The polygonal graphics, I think, are very, very charming. Realistic, no, but charming. There's something kind of hilarious to polygons. Like, just is so unabashed. It could run better, definitely. It also could be less brutal at the beginning of the game and less cryptic, because there's lots of traps and invisible walls that just get you. You know, like, I guess they haven't changed too much, have they? But it gets kind of fine once you're into a rhythm, and it doesn't actually get that much harder, which is a bit odd. From before Dark Souls, made a lot of weird games that had a lot of charm, despite... I wouldn't even say Dark Souls isn't that. I did like Dark Souls, but I probably like Dark Souls as much. And that leads me to a wonderful topic. It's a very, very fun topic. Someone on me timeline had a very, very interesting take, which was Dark Souls is just a glorified Punch-Out. As in, it's not really that hard. Mechanically, it actually doesn't involve too much at all. But it requires a lot of knowledge of how the game is about to play. You cannot anticipate... So, Aero's about to cop it. Also, everyone's about to cop it, because all these fireballs are a bit gnarly. Oh, snap! Don't do this to me. He did it! Well, that's a bit mean. Are we really doing this at the beginning of the stream? Like, I freaking just cop it to the group fireballs? Because I wasn't really paying attention. Although, all three of these guys are attacking. Well, that point is after Dark Souls, they eliminated Dark Souls. To be fair, they did make one Armored Core. I don't know how, I guess, the general audience found that Armored Core as well, because, I mean, I'm gonna, you know... oh my gosh, what... I don't know why, I just mental blanked. I'm like, what is this place that I just was at? Like... I'm terrible. I'm actually very, very dreadful right now. Oh my goodness. But yeah, anyway, let's head down, and... I might have lost... I probably haven't lost some money. Gosh, my brain is actually mush. I'm like, no, it wasn't up the stairs, it was more north. Ah. We're just gonna wing it today. We're winging today. We're making good progress anyways. There's no such thing as bad progress. And didn't Rags hit level 19 while I was kind of juggling around there? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But isn't nearly every company kind of like that? And not to say that, like, it excuses it. And also not to say that From Software, like, I don't know, I think there's a difference in, I guess, how would I put it? What used to be very, very quirky from a small team usually doesn't exist, because there's large teams now. But large teams can still have their own interesting kinds of, I guess, quirks and behaviors. Not necessarily, like, just, oh, it's an individual, but maybe you still get that out of directors or other kinds of, like, high-leading people in the company. Or alternatively, very rogue employees. Sometimes that does happen. I don't know if I could really put down an exact, like, definition on what makes something quirky. I definitely say that there's some games that... most of the games I've played on stream probably don't have that kind of quirkiness. I don't know, like, I wouldn't exactly say Dragon Quest... Dragon Quest has whimsy, but maybe not quirky in terms of mechanics. Also, here's the same kind of encounter I had. So, I'm watching intently now. I'm actually paying a lot more attention. I'm going, where did I go so wrong? Because he used Fireball, and that starts clearing a bunch of stuff. A lot of From's games have it before. I think I'd need to play more games in order to really come to that statement, I guess. So, yeah, Air is copping it. These guys attack a bunch, jeez. Or I'm just not paying attention again. No, I'm just not paying attention, okay. We'll go for a regular heal. We'll go on. Yeah, I'll definitely try and play more of them. But yeah, I don't have strong opinions on that kind of stuff. I can definitely cite some companies that don't go quirky anymore. Like how would I put it? Id Software is not quirky anymore. Every game they made since Quake 3 has kind of been like, you know, I guess a bit more tame. Bethesda, yeah. And that's not to say that, like, Todd Howard is not still, like, a very influential figure. I'd say he's one of the last, like, game directors still out there. As much as people rip on Starfield, you can pin it on him. He is standing up there telling you he truly does believe every single thing that goes into the game. And whether it ends up being in the game is a bit of a mixed bag, but certainly I give him props for being a very strong and vocal and somewhat public speaking creative voice as well. I do wish that his games were better, but it's not the end of the world. It's not too bad. So yeah, Rags did hit level 19. We are gonna keep wandering around until we try and hit 20, which is gonna be a bit dull, but that dragon is kind of oof. Monkeys. But yeah, no, I give him props to that. I definitely say, yeah, id Software is one of those because, you know, I've played, other than Quake 3, I haven't played Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein has its own kinds of quirks, although Wolfenstein's got its own, cheeky level design, and I don't know if it makes the most interesting stream game, so, we're kind of done with id Software. You know, unless I play something newer, we'll say. Or we go back for Catacomb 3D or something. But there's, I mean, there's spin-offs and there's other kinds of things as well to play. And also all the tangentially related companies. Ironically as well, I actually, watching a friend play the reboot Wolfenstein. I have not played Wolfenstein The New Order. Sorry, I haven't played, New Colossus. I played The New Order. I really did like The New Order when I played it, like, 11 years ago. I think it did come out 11 years ago. And I was like, man, you know, like, this Machine Games really knows how to guide players through levels. They know how to fit mechanics in a way that feels fairly fun. They're mixing a bit of the old and the new. I really did like what they did there. And, nearly everything that I've seen Machine Games work on, other than, the Quake 20th anniversary episode that they released, and I forgot what it was called. Was it about 1/3 of the way through Colossus? I definitely, yeah, I'll need to give Colossus a go. I don't own the DLC, but I do remember people not liking it, or maybe just not finding it worth it, which is bad enough. But yeah, what's another company that, like, isn't quirky? Neversoft sort of got to, you know, they had to tone down a ton. I just beat Tony Hawk Underground 2. I am nearly done with that stretch of games, but oh boy, they are absolute, like, if you're playing the retro achievement sets, you know, like, you have to do it all, and it's, oh boy, it's tricky. The older games have this problem where you just have to play through the game like 12 times, but the new ones, or at least, like, you know, like Underground, you have to just absolutely master everything. You've got to be incredibly good. Play everything on the sick difficulty, and, you know, just be one with the mechanics. You get to Zen, 3 and 4, well, it's still coming out. They had a bit of a controversy where, Tony Hawk 3's main structure is, like the 2 games before it, is that you go into a level, you're presented with 10 goals, and you have 2 minutes to try and do as many of them as you can. And then, you know, you retry and you try to do the goals that you didn't get, and so on. Tony Hawk 4 tried to change that up by having still the same maps, but, well, you know, like, the same styles of maps, but instead, they were a bit larger, and you would generally have, you wouldn't have a time limit. You'd have people around where you talk to, and they'd actually reward you with cash or skill points or stuff like that for doing their objectives. And some of their objectives were pretty short. They were like, I'll just do some tricks here and there, jump this gap or something like that. And some of them were a bit longer. I think one of them was I think you'd go to the Alcatraz level, and there was one where you had to basically fling yourself onto a target, and you basically play for points there. There's one where you basically like ride down a shopping trolley down the swervy slope at the, I guess, I don't know why I keep thinking like on the east side of the level, as if like you're not turning yourself around all the time. Also, now I can fireball the enemies. Yeah, a lot more varied. I definitely say a lot more varied. The remake seemed to imply heavily, and then oddly confirmed in a tweet, that they would actually be gutting that structure and instead just taking the levels and introducing their own objectives that fit within the classic 2-minute structure. Later games like Underground and Underground 2 have a classic... Actually, honestly, I've completely blanked out on Underground 1. I don't think Underground 1 had a classic mode. Not in that sense. No. It had the 2-minute mode, but it was more just like do a 2-minute mode. I don't remember having objectives. Someone who knows more will tell me otherwise. Underground 2 definitely did, though. But it wasn't really the main way to play the game. Certainly, you would say, if they remade Underground 2, and they only included Classic mode, they would kind of be missing a fair bit of the game. And I think that's the opinion, is that even though what they're doing for Tony Hawk 4 is indeed taking all the levels, it is sort of missing a bit of the point of the campaign structure. And at that point, it's like, is it really a remake? Now, I'd probably defer to, like, Andy Thipps for, you know, his, like, better opinion, because one, he... was he work... Did he work at Neversoft at the time of Tony Hawk 4? Or was it Underground onwards? I think it might have been Underground onwards. But he was certainly, like, very big into the franchise at the time, and he knows a lot of it in and out. And yeah, he had a stream a couple of months ago. It was a fun stream. He played through Tony Hawk 1 all the way to American Wasteland, all in one stream. I think it was like a 10-hour stream, because there was a lot to do. And also he actually got Tony Hawk to be on call for half an hour, which was quite good. So, but yeah, he's had some recent videos on specifically this remake, and yeah, it's not like they're not doing, I guess, like they're advertising it ahead of time. We're all talking about this as if like, oh, the game is terrible, but it's like, well, it's not out yet, so we'll know when it comes out. It seems like they're doing this, and that's going to be disappointing if like they just commit hard to it and then proceed to not go back. But I think that's kind of the opinion, is it's disappointing. And whether you would actually buy the remake for playing through Tony Hawk 4 again might change, depending on how you find that. Yeah, it's a bit of thanks, Activision, but I'm not too sure if there'd be an executive decision saying, hey, you can only recreate some of this game. There was also, they were not going to have BAM in the game, because BAM has he's been dealing with personal stuff, but he's getting better, apparently. People who know him will probably say more than I have, but like he's such a kind of big figure in, I guess, the direction of the... That's the one, yeah. He's a big figure in the direction of like the kinds of objectives and things in the games from 4 onwards. I think he's in 3 as well, but he's not like... He's just kind of there. As like, oh, he's a skater. But yeah, like it was announced that he wouldn't be in the game, and it was like, oh, okay. But I don't know, I think they might be getting him back. like, that's an easy one where it's like, oh, all you gotta do is just, like, model them out again, and that should be fine, so... I'm honestly of the opinion that if you're remaking a game, I don't care. Make it better in every single way. Do not cut content, do not censor content, do not, like, I mean, yeah, like, it already exists. It's a remake. We've already established that, like, whatever is in this game is, I guess, heavily based on / inspired by an existing thing. So anything that I go, oh, that's kind of weird, I can easily go, yeah, but it was in the original game. Does that necessarily make, you know, like, there are some things that are egregious. Like, here I am saying, oh, I've got to be grinding these metal slimes because I need to get the character up to level 20. But it's also like, yeah, it was worse in the NES version. Everything gave less experience in the NES version. If I said, oh, you know, it's not faithful because the experience isn't like the NES version, it's like, oh, okay, like, you know, I wouldn't exactly question why they chose the values, but I would kind of go, oh, but, you know, could they be making it better? There's a balancing act. There's definitely a balancing act. There's some things you change, some things you keep the same, but certainly don't make anything worse. Try not to make anything worse. And that's the risk of changing it, is that if you keep it faithful, at the very least I can go, oh, okay, that's how it is. Andy Thips made a couple of decent points as well, is that with the old campaign mode, you would generally have to sit and wait for like people's dialogue to progress, and then menus to show up. Like every time you get a skill point, it always prompts you to assign the skill point, and also I think it prompts you to save as well all the time. And he's just like, yeah, like if it was the absolute purest recreation, no one would like, you know, all of that stuff when it happens. And there's a lot of games where I'm like, yeah, you know, like I don't want like literally the, you know, the original game. What's a really good remake that I've played recently? Not this one. We're not counting Dragon Quest 3 here. Maybe we will. But, you know, things like having a save button, just like a quick save button, you can save anywhere. That's kind of neat. Dragon Quest 3 on the Switch? Yeah. Like, that one, its only really, like, down point is the censored outfits, the dialogue changes that may or may not be better. It's definitely one where, like, and, yeah, that's definitely one where it's like, it could be better, and honestly, it's a trivial thing to make better. Anytime anyone says, oh, how dare you mod it back in, it's like, freaking, let people play games in the way they want to, man. I don't freaking knock, like, other people's games if they're, like, you know, espousing cringy dialogue. I'll knock it for me. There's games that I've just muted, I'm like, I hate the dialogue. And I know that people worked hard on that dialogue, and I know that people, you know, like, some people really like it. I play Forza Horizon on mute. Well, not on mute, I turned the dialogue down, but, like, that's it. It's, like, freaking, like, that kind of stuff. So, like, you know, different stuff for different people, certainly. But, again, it's like, I don't want it to be worse. I don't want to be like, oh, if someone enjoys the dialogue, let's remove all the dialogue. But, yeah, I don't know. That's a weird one. Some people, like, really take, how would I put it? I don't know, maybe it's a Twitter thing. People get so strongly, like, up in arms about, you know, something existing or something, like, not existing, and it's like, I don't know, there are some things that are kind of destructive. I think microtransactions, I used to be a lot more live and let live, and now I'm just like, oh my gosh, I would actively avoid stuff that has this kind of stuff now. Because it always divulges into the worst. Things like battle passes is like, it always becomes the worst. And there's a little bit of, you know, curiosity, I'll play something that's got something like that, you know, like, I had my Infinity Nikki binge, and I've never played a gacha before, and now I'm like, well, if they're all like this, then I shouldn't be spending as long as I did on Nikki on this one. 6 months is a long time, but, they don't make these gacha games for 6 months. Yeah. It's it's weird and tragic, but... And they can fix it. They can definitely fix it, so... But yeah. So, moral of the story is, don't screw your remakes. If you want to, like, really be on the, I guess, on the good side of... Not the good side. Because it's not like if you don't do it, you're bad. But the easy, yet inoffensive way is to provide a solid emulation platform. Sega have forgotten how to do that because they pulled all their games off. Their Mega Drive Genesis collection games, they've all been taken off, and it's so annoying. I know that they took off the Sonic games from digital storefronts because they wanted to sell, was it Sonic Origins? And yeah, like, whatever, you know. Money, you know, oh. But it is a bit saddening to see, like, every other Mega Drive game just be taken down, and it's like, what, is that a publishing thing? Don't you own Bonanza Brothers? Do you need to ask someone to put the Mega Drive ROM of Bonanza Brothers in the freaking front end and sell it to people? People buy that. That's easy money. I don't know why, you take it down, okay. Because yeah, all this does is that it encourages piracy. One, for the people who can't buy it now, and for the people who feel burnt out enough times that, like, you know, why keep buying games when maybe, you know, you own this and then you own it forever, but, like, there's going to be a collection later on and you can't play with those people because people don't have, you know, your emulator front end that they had to buy. They don't have it anymore, so, like, what do you do? There's no in perpetuity that, like, someone can just buy things. Stolen the token. We're gonna do a save. Not as in the stream's over, as in I want to know how much experience is left. 3835, 2925. I got a thing I can wander around and do. So we're gonna keep that up, and then I'll come back to... Well, I'll probably get experience as well. But I feel like this stream is gonna be very boring if I'm just grinding around at the very beginning for ages, so we'll, somewhat related, there'll probably be a juicy Atlas announcement at the Xbox Showcase. I always find it's interesting that they show stuff at the Atlas. Sorry, at the Xbox Showcase. It's like, oh, okay. I haven't been keeping up, but it is, E3 o'clock, even though E3 is not a thing anymore, but, you know what I mean, it's, it exists. Or existed, and people generally like doing stuff around the time. Dude, imagine if, like, E3 happened and Nintendo announced the freaking, like, Switch 2. Yeah, I don't know, you can't do a June release if, you've got the Switch 2 releasing around now, so... but yeah, so we've got to visit, New York. Also, that's kind of funny, you can see the boat from here. The Summer Game Festa Clock, that's the one. What's summer in your part of the world? It's freezing here. I don't know the easiest way to get around to New York from here. So we're just gonna sail around and hope for the best. It's summer in the Northern Hemisphere. It's summer for most people, to be fair. There we go. So, around here, we're going past Japan. But yeah, so that point I had earlier, or I saw earlier about is Dark Souls Punch-Out, because I just really want to, like, harbor on that point. I thought it was kind of intriguing, because it's like, oh, like, I had felt something like that. I had actually felt that, like, not that it is Punch-Out, but rather that, like... Hold up a bit. I compared Dark Souls 1 to Castlevania on the NES, because it was very much... there's a lot more variables in Dark Souls. But I think the fundamental of Dark Souls requires a lot of learning. Dark Souls requires you to understand the tells, such that you can execute on it. And that kind of got me into going, maybe there's some way that we can break down, like, kinds of difficulty, because there's certainly mechanical difficulty where it's like your ability to to input stuff that's very, very tricky. There's a knowledge, I guess, difficulty in the sense of how much you know how things work. Lots of strategy games are basically that. That spell didn't really hit everyone, did it? We'll use it again, why not? Yeah, recognition skill. And then there's reaction as well, where it's like your ability to improvise and to learn something new. Well, not just learn something new, but also, like, respond to something. So, like, and unexpected, as in, you've got to anticipate that that's there. How much time do they give you to do that? And we got the paralysis, very nice. The one person who's got the group attack. They don't hit hard, but... Actually, the increase is kind of annoying as well, isn't it? Gosh, I hate these sea slimes, I'll tell ya. Well, we might be almost there, so... but yeah, there's multiple different kinds of difficulty. I'm not too sure if exactly, you know, like, one game's form of difficulty is like another one. But certainly, Punch-Out is a classic game that has lots of memorization. Lots of... You've just got to know the tells, and then you can respond to it, and then you can beat the bosses. And I feel like there's probably a bunch of other NES games that were like that. And Castlevania seems like one of those. Castlevania's got some tricky execution, I'll definitely tell you that. You don't really need to react in Castlevania that much, especially because you'll learn it. Yeah, trial and error. Yeah, you'll learn Castlevania pretty... Nice for shouting gibberish. You'll learn Castlevania pretty okay. But... Yeah, you just gotta throw yourself at it. And I think there's a lot of NES and arcade games that have that kind of difficulty system. And that's the kind of difficulty that Dark Souls has. And I think a lot of people are not used to that kind of difficulty. One, because not a lot of games are truly that incredibly difficult as well. Like, there's lots of ones that have, you know, kind of maybe a bit of mechanical mastery and they'll have tricks in here, but sometimes they'll just be like, oh, okay, like, we go a bit easy on you because otherwise then you'll be taking so long and you don't get to progress anything. There's quite a number of games that sort of juggle out the difficulty like that. There are definitely still hard games. I think a lot of rhythm games are particularly hard on the execution, but again, you don't have to react to anything new. You learn a song, you can play it with your eyes closed, you know what I mean? But like, you play a song for the first time, and that's a very, very different skill. Yeah, everyone sort of got hit like a ton of times, but not like actually taking damage in that fight. Which is a bit odd. So, let's go through here. This is where we found the Shoal Shrine, if I keep going up a bit too north. So we gotta watch out for these mad condors. But yeah, a lot of people were a bit salty at this guy for saying that. But I think he's got a point, which is... I'm not too sure if I agree with his point on if you beat Dark Souls, that's just baby difficulty. Or maybe no, he didn't say baby difficulty. But he was like... Paralyzing it, oh my gosh. He was, kind of saying that like, oh, it's not really that hard. And to be fair, I sort of feel the same. If I had to clarify, I would say it is very tricky in like the NES hard. But the execution is actually quite okay. There is a lot of information the game doesn't really tell you as well. There's a lot of people who are like, it's just wikis. That's how you win the game. And I'm not a big fan of wiki difficulties. You know, like a game where it's like, oh, like, the game doesn't tell you, you just read a wiki. Sometimes that's the official game doing a wiki. I think Minecraft is probably the famous example because it has, well, you know, it has a wiki, I guess. But like, most of its information, like crafting recipes, were never documented in-game for a very long time. Most of its, you know, mechanics and secrets are never documented for so long. Some of that is because it's in development, and what is the point in, you know, doing documentation if you're going to change it in a moment, and that is a fair call. So that's going to get annoying. Wow, okay. But yeah, I don't know, so... I think there was one I played. I played through the K-On! Guitar Hero 3 ROM hack. That's a fun one as well because for some odd reason it's distributed via their Facebook page. Just the complete ISO, just right then and there. But also they have Clone Hero charts, and I'm just like, what's the point in doing it in Guitar Hero 3 if all you've done is you've just replaced a few textures, really. I don't think there's really any sounds other than the music, and the menu music is still the same, and not the entire game has been replaced out. The FMVs, like the Activision logo and the first game intro, are modded out with something else, but it's like, well, it doesn't really add too much. The stages are all the same, the songs are all in alphabetical order as well, so it's not like they really intend for it to be that different. But generally the songs were tricky. Also, check this out. There's a little shrine here. Where does this go? Hold on, I know this place. 48 gold, oh my gosh. There are a lot of doors we can open, by the way, I just want to add. This is Olivia Cape. Olivia is said to have leapt to her death here when she heard of her lover's death in a storm. But she can't find peace in death, so she calls back passing ships. If someone were to present her soul with a memento of her lover Eric, her soul should rise to heaven. It's rumored that Eric's ship roams the seas as a ghost ship. Oh, that's fun. I'm not sure if we'll get to that this stream, but we've already had the hint, for reference, if you're wondering where this game is going. Also, isn't that fun that, like, that's just there? I know the warp is kind of crazy as well, but, like, that's just chilling right there. And yes, there was a second warp. Which, takes us to... where are we? To another place with another warp. Okay, I have gone to Brazil. No, not the cheap viewers. Who are these bots anyways? Like, I don't know who's driving this. Huh. I have gone to Brazil. Where is this one? Big doors. Stairs. Wherever exit is. Here we are. Oh, snap, we're right here. Wow. Okay. I've gone to your hometown for a brief moment. And yeah, this is just crossing the channel, so... Did you know Italy was connected to Canada via this just, you know, this kind of magical portal? What an odd series of connections, because none of them are particularly, like, they take you anywhere you can't go to. It's kind of fun, though. This game world is very big as well. Like, it's kind of fun just thinking about it and then going, like, how big was Dragon Quest 1? And the answer is not very big. So, if we travel to almost that space. Look at these leggy eggies. Oh, we'll get there, but yeah, yeah, I don't know, difficulty's a bit of a weird one. What is difficulty for Italian brain rot? The end of brain rot. We're on the other side of brain rot now, I think. Lots of internet trends are so short-lived. Also, Infernos is good fun. I did like those ones. They were good fun. But yeah, I don't know. There's a brain rot's a bit of a curious thing. Okay, we're gonna need a. Might as well just go for a heal more if we're off by that much. But yeah, no, I have another story, which is I've been trying to do some more intense video work, and I'm hitting the end of my thanks Rags for paralyzing yourself. I hit the end of my RAN, basically. Like, So computer building, we got the hardware talks, I know, it's always that. I built kind of most of my rig, because, I don't know, when you're upgrading to a new processor, I usually feel that most of the time you got to do a motherboard at the same time, because you usually, well, I mean, that's the newest thing. Some people, if they had the upgrade cycle I had and they timed it the right way, they might have had a very first-gen AM4 board managed to be upgraded into a last-gen AM4 board. But like, when I was buying my stuff, like, Zen 5 was out. So, like, I don't know, I'm considering Zen 5 at this point. I ended up going with a 13900K, because I do lots and lots of old core stuff, and I thought, you know, it seems to be, like, I need, like, kind of the best of both worlds. I need, like, some real gnarly single core, which I think Intel was still sort of in the lead at the time there for a bit. DDR5, though, was in its infancy, so I want to make a town here. Town here will make people happy, but a dealer is needed in town. Level not matter at all. Any dealer will do. Will anyone come? Keep a mental note of that one. Can we warp here as well? No, we can't warp here. Okay, cool. I've just kind of come here for some reason, but this is something that we can set up now, actually. And this is one of the fun, curious parts of the game, which is there's a whole little side mechanic here relating to this town. This town, I guess the first step is it needs a dealer. That dealer is gone from the game forever, by the way. So if you actually had a merchant class character in your party, they would have offered to just, like, leave right then and there. And you would have probably been a bit upset if you were relying on this character. I am not using one right now, so it didn't prompt me, but I'd also probably go, I need a name for this character. So think of a merchant name, only 4 letters, and I'll probably get there eventually. We'll come back. Polo. Polo's a neat name. We'll go for it. Marco Polo. Very nice. We'll do it. We'll do it just for you. But yeah, like, yeah, DDR5 was expensive when I was buying it. At the time, like, I mean, it's always naturally going to be more expensive than, you know, the previous gen, until the previous gen stops being manufactured, basically. And still, DDR4 is on really nice clearance, so if you're in the market for RAM, or for I don't know, an old machine, and you don't care... Oh, it's done the thing again. This happened at the almost same time last... Yeah, okay, the good news, I've swapped my RAM for reference, so it's not a RAM problem. I don't know what's going on there. The sound cuts out, the game struggles, and it's weird. I've only experienced it then, and about, I think, 53 minutes into last week's stream. I've not experienced it any other time. I'm playing other stuff in RetroArch, and nothing. Very odd. Very odd. Anyway, we travel up here, and we find the elusive town of... nothing. Horse. My horse is good horse, but no talking. Talking horse somewhere else. Well, we're gonna look in as well. And then we steal his gambling tokens, apparently. Ah, you finally found me. Forgive me, I'll return it. I'll get the vase back. But then again, you're not from the Sioux village. I came over from Edinburgh as a soldier, but I missed the return boat. I was left behind alone. Since then, many years have passed. My comrades took the vase away. The vase, you say? They keep referring to this magical vase. Hello there. Welcome to my inn. You must be tired. It's 20 gold. 20 gold is not too bad, actually. Horse. Due east of here, was there a town on small grassy clearing on a coast? Yeah. Oh, good. That is good. And then you can say no, I guess. So, failure after all. Many years ago, a man from village left to build town there. We got an aggle seed, why not? Oh, there we go. Is that what we call sleeping? Turn the vase, you thieves. Hi, I'm Mr. Edo, the talking horse. Hey, well there, listen to this. If you find the dry vase, use it in front of the shoal in the Western Sea. Yeah, they spell it out for you, by the way. Just in case you, you hadn't done that. On Northern Sea is frozen island of Greenland. Great mage is said to live on meadow there. I love how close Greenland is, by the way, to the US. I always keep thinking it's much further, but it's like, it's kind of just there. That attack's not same as one I drop. I do not lie. But yeah, so at the time I got 32 gigs of RAM. I had 32 gigs of DDR4 on my previous system. That was back in this weird period, and I was chatting to a mate who does overclocking, also I'm pretty sure, yeah, we can return back there as well, so that's all good. But we've got another place we can visit as well in the meantime, because I still haven't hit that level. We don't need to put the person in the town right away, and honestly, like, you won't miss anything if you just wait. I think the thing that progresses the plot for your town, like, I guess, how would I put it? That town there that doesn't have a person, you need to get your merchant there. Every time you visit it, if you have gotten enough of the orbs, because we need to pick up the orbs, then the plot will progress further the next time you visit. But you won't, like, skip steps, if you know what I mean. It's just like, oh, okay. 1 Modan, 2 Modanes. But yeah, so I had gotten 32 gigs of RAM for the DDR5, just because it was kind of expensive at the time. And 32 gigs was a lot, and honestly, like, if you just play games, 32 gigs is still plenty comfy. There are some games that are starting to recommend 32, but that's because 24 is never seen, really, in desktops. Also, hi, we have a tower here, so we are welcome to, I think it's called the, I don't know what it's called. It's a tower. But yeah, like, no one really has 24 gigs of RAM, and any other weird combination is it's a weird combination. But 16 may not be enough for some games nowadays, so it's sort of like, oh, okay, you know, makes sense to start getting to 32. They're not using 32, it's just that you've got a whole Windows operating system underneath, so... let's see if these guys don't like Infernos as well. Also, I should pay attention to how much experience they give, because this will definitely highlight, I guess, it will highlight how close Rags is to a level up, we'll say. But yeah, so, the kit I got at the time, and it's currently right in front of me, was a Kingston Fury Beast kit, because I was watching Buildzoid talk about, I guess what RAM to buy at the time, and also, ouch. I should probably have taken out the Bluebird there instead of... Yeah, this is going to be a bit awkward. Because it's like, he needs a spell, but, you know, I've got two characters who don't do spells. Thanks, Rags. Okay, cool. Okay. I like how I said, oh, I need to pay attention to how much experience I get, and then I, like, clicked through it so quick, and I didn't pay attention at all. In positive gaming news, a very recent, extremely rare video game has been preserved. Pepsi Man. Pepsi Man. Let me finish my RAM point. I want to finish my RAM point. But yeah, no, I've been hitting the end of 32 gigs. It's starting to get there, especially there's a lot of machine learning kinds of stuff. No, it's all good. There's lots of machine learning kinds of stuff that I also want to run as well, and a lot of them are starting to take up like quite a lot of, I guess, size on your memory. A lot of them really want the video memory first, obviously, but you know, when you run out of regular memory, it swaps to the, run out of video memory, it swaps to the system memory, and then after that, it swaps to the disk. And the moment you are swapping to the disk, you feel it. It's not a fun experience. Yeah, I sort of was like, well, I'm going to need to get something better and bigger. What is the RAM market these days? Well, you've got not only 16 gig sticks, but you've got 24 gig sticks. And most people find that the 24 gig sticks not only, like, they're not ridiculously expensive, you know, 50% more memory, usually 50% more cost, but also they perform better. A lot of them clock way better, and you'll generally get some really, yeah. So if you actually want, like, the best performing RAM, most likely, like, just find a 224 gig kit, because you want dual channel for your motherboard most likely, and away you go. So, and 48 gigs is comfy. You know, it's not 32, so... Isn't that weird as well that we have 24 gig sticks? Like, people were always like, oh, RAM always doubles, and then we get, like, this otherwise intermediate, you know, kind of value here. But it's proper, it's legit. So yeah. Then also... yeah, I should probably pay attention to air... Okay, no. I was like, I think air needs a heal right here. And then these people can probably just take out the Eliminato. Yeah, we've also got dual rank kits where effectively they are 32 gigs and 48 gigs of memory on a single stick. Dual rank does require more voltage to drive. Generally though, I think they work alright. I don't think there's actually that much of a problem nowadays for most motherboards to support the dual rank stuff. You definitely can't get the best speeds out of dual rank, but you get good enough. You get good enough. And we also have actual single rank 32 gig sticks now coming out. So, let's see what we got going. So, you will actually have the opportunity to get, yeah, this is a fireball moment. You will have the opportunity to get 128 gigs across 2 sticks of RAM, which will be neat. And also, if you've got 4 slots, and you don't care about performance, then you could use 4 sticks, but it might be painful to get working. So, yeah. In theory, some motherboards do support 256 gigs, but just because they say they support it doesn't actually mean they do, which is kind of annoying. I think this is going to be a bit of an ouch kind of scenario here. Because I kind of want to, like, keep throwing, I don't know, like, regular attacks, but I think it's... Nah, we're running this one. If air cops it, though, that's going to be a bit unfortunate, but yeah, these guys hit a bit too hard for me. Like, seriously, 48 is insane. But the goal is not necessarily to make it through the whole dungeon. Although it would be nice if I did, but it's just to try and get a lot of good experience. So yeah, so I bit the bullet, and I went, what was the best kind of RAM around? I went with a 96 gig kit that I found. It was a decent price. Not amazing, but, you know, in terms of how much, you know, memory are you getting, and is it fast? And it's faster than my starting kit that I had. It's much larger, and, it seems to be working fine. I thought it was risky to put in new memory and, you know, run your computer with a different hardware setup on the same day as a stream. I've done it in the past. It's, sometimes it doesn't work out. But this time it worked fine. When did it work terribly before? Because I did my rig in the beginning of 2023. So So all this stuff's like 2.5 years old now. This RAM I'll probably sell off, because I don't really have a backup DDR5 machine, but I do intend to keep basically everything else. Like, I did kind of buy this RAM expecting to upgrade it at some point. But I don't know. Processors are insanely good now. You don't really need a better processor. Graphics cards are just a terrible market, so buy it only when you really, really need it. Hey, there you go. Do we just keep going through this dungeon, or we call it here? I think we call it... We just bail. Let's get out of here. Didn't even make any progress here, but that's okay. So, okay. Let's return back to Dharma Temple. At Dharma Temple, you have the ability to change classes of characters. I think we've probably established that. But every character I had wasn't high enough level. Because he asked, like, who do you want to change? Oh, Nyx isn't competent. How dare you ask for an upgrade? Who else to change classes? Rags has hit level 20 now. Now, Jesters level up the quickest. So generally, if you have a Jester on your team, they'll level up to 20 first, and you'll be able to change classes. Now, if you change classes, you'll generally have, I think you can't change classes or characters to Jester I don't know, actually. Like, I see Jester here. I'm just curious, like, what is the restriction on changing characters to Jester? I don't know. But you'll also see Sage here. Now, when we started the game, you got to choose a character who was one of the 7 other classes. But Sage wasn't one of them. Sage is an exclusive 8th class that exists, and it is only available if you either found the Sage book. I think there was a certain book we found in one of the temples last stream, and it allows you to change one character to the Sage class. Jesters get a free upgrade to being Sages. You don't have to pay... You don't have to... What? Sage? But Rags is the ladylike type. Oh, that's fine. So, oh yeah, also telling me that that as well. Like, the you have to be a certain personality type, so that's how that works out, I think. Anyways, making your Jester a Sage, unfortunately, no bunny girl anymore. It's all over. But what this does mean is that we get a Sage on the team. And what is a Sage? A Sage is the best of both worlds. It is a cleric and a mage that is incredibly, like, fairly good in stats otherwise. The Sage will carry through. Leveling up is a bit slower, but also we're starting from level 1. Now, of course as well, starting from level 1, yes, the long con finally, exactly. Only 5 streams in, you know, what is this, 13 hours of game time, we're finally here, so... of course, yeah, changing classes halves all your stats, but the luck stat is still there. Do I need the luck stat? I don't exactly know. Also, I think I'm still winging the ladylike personality, so yeah, we'll see what's going on there. But hold on, so let's change the equipment first of all. So tidy item, everyone's items go into the bag, and then also let's tidy the bag by type. And now let's get to throwing some items together. So, yeah, there's the personality. I'm pretty sure it was it the smart personality, I think? Yeah. We should be able to get away with a whip still. So, you might as well have that. You should also be able to use... Is Dandy better? No. Is Party better? Because we're still female. No, okay. Flashy? Kilt? Do I have any training armor available? Well, that's better than nothing, but I probably need something else, because the training armor is very weak. The magic shield. Very nice. I think we had the silver tiara. And, the bunny tail for good measure. I think we could also do the tiara as well. Yeah. That's right, I'm wearing both a tiara and a silver tiara. Okay, not the bunny tail, but still. Now, is Rags going to be incredibly weak? Yes. Rags is level 1. She's not going to be doing too much right off the bat. But level 1 in another class is still level 1. The experience curves are still the same for other classes, so... I don't know why I'm about to pay money for this as well when I can just... antidote. We're about to sleep as well, so it's just like, oh, okay. Now, am I going to upgrade the other classes to Sage? Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But, here's the thing as well. There's nothing wrong with switching to Mage instead as well. Like I can take my Cleric and then just go, oh, I actually want to be like a, you know, a Mage now. And then he'll just, you know, gain all the other spells, basically. So, yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, let's get that character going. Let's get that merchant rolling. So, I think the easy thing to do is we need to go here to the tavern, and we need to put a character away. I'm going to... Oh, you can't do that. So let's put Nyx in the place for a while, just so that Rags gets like a little bit of a... Some people forget who was holding on to important items. Now we're gonna go up here. Yeah, it's just because Nyx has a fair bit of experience, so... what kind of person? This person shall be of the name Polo, wasn't it? Polo. Polo is a dude's name and is a dealer. Let's do this randomly as well. Here we go. These are not amazing stats, but it really doesn't matter. The stubborn type, eh? Now we can meet this person downstairs, so... Now, of course, this person's going to be level 1 again, so they're also not going to be too strong, but... We can probably get to the place without dying, right? So let's recruit, Paolo. Alright. Now comes the moment of truth where I hope for the best. I hope I've done this right. So, so we should be able to go all the way back to North America. I think the easiest way is if we just kind of go south. Just through the through the border. I think as well, there's a little tiny, yeah, you can see a little tiny island there. So we could probably stop off at this island on the way. I'm not too sure if it's a town, but I'm not dealing with this though. I'm gonna try and not deal with it, but they'll probably hit Polo and just immediately kill Polo. The one, I get like a crazy encounter going on. You just gotta get that crazy encounter, you know? Come on. There we go. That's okay, we're still alive. We're still good. There we go. So check out this place. This is Luzami, the Forgotten Island. It's been years since the last time a traveler came before you. There's a few things we could do here, actually. Like, check out this the sink. And the stove, or oven, or fireplace. But yeah, so I've got more RAM. I don't really have too much to say, other than I would probably say this is... I was banished to this island, but even now the ground is spinning round and round, and furthermore, it's round! As such, if you travel south from here, you'll soon arrive at the icy continent of the north, There's a small grass patch on the continent where an odd old man lives. He should still be there, so look carefully for him. Keep that as a clue as well. The Falklands? Maybe. I don't know where on earth this is. Yeah, this probably is like one of the islands, but I don't think they extend further south than Australia. I see the future. I've waited a long time for you. The Demon Lord's temple is deep in the mountains of Gondo. You shall hurl the Gaia sword into a volcano, and a new path will reveal itself to you. Man, that's a lot of info, isn't it? Lucky. And Muskli. What the heck's a muscle? It's a classic. But yeah, so, Ram, that's the one. Anyways, now you can tell me about, the, exclusive, extremely rare gaming news. Extremely rarely preserved game. I'll sell you a rumor. The Gaia sword belonged to Simon. How much? No charge. Wow. It's a town of clues. Finally, long awaited, highly anticipated. Who put this here? Have you ever heard of the PC game Cosmology of Kyoto? No, I have not heard of that game. This is a very tiny town, isn't it? Well, if we head directly south from here... You know, usually you should hit Antarctica on the way, but oh my gosh, can we have a fight that's not just these guys? I just want smaller encounters, please. They'll never let me run away as well, so... It's quite a peculiar adventure game made in the 90s that wasn't very successful commercially. It became a cult hit. Also the only game Roger Ebert said he liked. I'm surprised that he's only ever said that one. Rip Polo. Well, there's probably going to sue might be a bit of a more practical way of getting here. We don't have to get there like this, but yeah, check out this. It's a little bit of a grass patch. We'll just head out in the middle of nowhere. Lots of Buddhist themes, and the game is quite disturbing. There is no one here. I think it's because it's nighttime, so we're gonna need to... wherever it is. Where's my super lamp? Nothing happened. Is it not nighttime? Okay, sure. Well, we'll come back here later. Yeah, there's a lot of weird little adventure games at the time. There was that one that, I remember seeing... Also, let's actually try and get this kill. Should be relatively straightforward to take these guys out, as long as Rags doesn't immediately get wrecked. We have had defense cast down, so we'll see what happens. There you go. There's one. That's a decent bit of damage from Rags. Because remember as well, Rags isn't going to be tripping anymore. Rags is done. Rags has grown as a person. The makers of that game, unbeknownst to me, had planned on making more games of that type. Here we go. So we got 240 experience for everyone, which is a very easy level up. And yeah, look at all these spells. Level 2, you get Heal and Blaze. Now, not to say Heal is incredible right now. It's kind of like, oh, okay. Also, you keep Whistle, because that was from the other class. But yeah, note how much, like, health Rags has. Like, 64... you know, the heal spell already, fair bit of magic. Rags is probably going to play a little bit of catch-up on levels, but Still, she is gonna pop. Rags is secretly the juggernaut of the team. And yeah, in theory, if you hit a certain, level as a cleric, you might as well just become a mage, because you sort of learn all these spells just to, how would I put it? You're this class because you want to learn the spells. You don't really be the cleric because you want the stats. So you learn the spells, and then you can sort of leverage being any other class. The main character is, unfortunately, the one that gets stuck learning only, some things. But yeah, like, other than becoming a sage, you can keep mix and matching your characters with different classes as well. So in theory, I could take Nyx and go, actually, Nyx really needs, like, the magic spells. And so just, let's go for it. Here we go. Oh, I hope he doesn't comment on him being dead. I want to make a town here. A town will make people happy, but a dealer is needed. Yeah, he's going to comment on him being dead. Dang it. Well, we're going to have to return to Sue. Did Sue have a church? I hope it did. I don't remember seeing a church, actually. But they did have an item shop that I just completely glanced over. Oh, they got a mohawk wig. Wow. That's actually really cheap for something that apparently is better armor than... Or probably don't... Oh, there's a silver tiara. It's not too bad for air, actually. Probably because air doesn't have anything on, so... There we go. Yeah, I don't think we have anything there. They were, however, only able to make the second game in the Cosmology of Asia series, called Tripitaka. Oh, wait, is this the one that he talks about? Is this the one with the elliptical rendering? No. Was it? Also, Axe. Poison Dagger is an interesting one, actually, because, even though it's 10 gold, it's cheap as. The Poison Dagger is like... It barely does damage, but sometimes it insta-kills. It was a Western game and not too rare. It was a common game, okay. I'm mix and matching my games, unfortunately, I'm sorry. Because I feel like I've heard of the name, Tripitaka. But honestly, like, I can't tell you anything about it. This one was only sold in museums hosting an exhibition about Journey to the West. Okay. Ah, that's probably why I know the name. Traveling monk. Meanwhile, I'm traveling to the east. Actually, it is the west at that point, isn't it? You go so far east. Also, I guess the nice thing about Polo being low level is death is also cheap. But that's kind of interesting that, like, there's a bunch of games that just sort of, I guess, disappeared off the face of the planet. So, good on the preservationists on that one. It's mostly from a main character having to warp around all the time. So I think in this case, the easiest thing is let's try and go to Sue, and then... We're not suing anyone, as in we're gonna warp to Sue and try our best. Either way, up until a few years ago, the only confirmation of this game existing was being mentioned in the TV. Oh, that's fun. That's fun when it's like, people don't even mention its existence. Just like the Satellaview Picross game. I feel like I need a couple of levels then. If that's just gonna happen immediately, then I'm doing this wrong. And very unfortunately, that was the only hit. That was the only person who got hit, was just Insta-takeout. Right there. This is the only known copy of the game. Didn't you say it was in museums, or...? 300 bucks is insane as well, so... So I'm assuming when you say, oh, preservationists have helped out, I assume it means that they've dumped the game and now we can see it in some capacity, or... Video game researcher managed to contact the buyer of that game. Ah! Very nice. Nowadays, there's probably bajillions of games, and it's just like... I don't know, it seems like it would be very easy for people to know of games, but also then some games are just like... You know, I guess the too much noise kind of discussion. Like maybe it's like there's so many games nowadays that might be actually somewhat easy for games to disappear off the face of the planet, so... Dude, it'd be hilarious if, like, the only fight I get into with Polo is a Metal Slime fight. Oh my gosh, we got the crit. We got the crit kill. He asked him to dump it and share the ISO multiple times, but the owner always refused. Oh, okay. This is my game. I'm just saying, freaking evacuates on archive.org. You can see Rag's also getting, like, no luck, because you don't need luck. Also, look at all these abilities I'm getting. Now, I don't think a merchants don't learn any spells. But some welcome level ups will be good here. Yeah, were you expecting level 9 out of that one? Okay, so finally that researcher asked the owner for the third time, and they well, okay. They asked him to dump it multiple times. Then a third time, I'm like, bro, if you only asked twice. So now it's indeed on archive.org, and a full playthrough was uploaded as well. Very nice. I always keep instinctively going through the door as if, like, it's actually up through the door. Very nice. I'm gonna have to look this one up. So, what was it called? It was called... Cosmology of Asia. Or Tripitaka, that's the specific game. Oh, I'm just actually getting the Cosmology of Asia. There should be a time extension article. I'm getting just real... Oh, here we go. I found a Polygon article. This 2-year hunt for one of the most rarest games in history. There we go. And there's a Vinesource Vinny playthrough. Oh my gosh. This seems like it's right up his alley. Very nice. Oh, I think I've got a link. Oh, to the actual archive.org. Oh. Well, we'll see. We'll see later on. Also, man, these crabs. I just want to be able to run from a fight like first go, you know? That'd be kind of cool. So yeah, so you can see Rags still doesn't have a better healing spell, unfortunately. But at least a heal is slightly better than no heal, so... There it is. To the article. Ah, there we go. So now around the... Oh! Squid! Let's get the squid out of the way. It's always interesting that, like, especially at that time... I mean, I imagine it's not even a one-person deal. Like, this is at least a number of people. But, like, publishing a game honestly at the time could have been as straightforward as I have CDRs and I'm just burning as many CDRs as I can. And that stuff takes quite a bit of time, so... chronicles the history of the real-life historical figure on which Tripitaka is based on. The dealer is needed. Leave Polo here. Please hear me. That's why I didn't equip anything. Do you mean that? Polo will leave your quest. May end life here. Is that fine? Ah, very good. I start building town with Polo. Well, I'll be staying here. Everything I had, I'll put in your bag. How very nice of them to do that as well. So, but yeah. Then we shall leave and come back. And it's nighttime already? Wow, okay. Goodbye, Biendeo. I'll never forget the journey I took with you, where I died twice. And also there is a Sioux village in the middle of this continent. So we shall return here, I think, 2 orbs into our journey. So we'll see if I actually, this was in Japan, so I don't know if they did this there. Yeah. Anyways, let's get Nyx back onto the party. I think I need to reorder the people as well, and also get Nyx to equip the right things, so... Nyx, here we go. Biendeo's calling! Okay, so, plan. Reorder, yes. Nyx was in the middle there. And, there we go, and then, we're gonna do items. What did Nyx hold on to? I don't know. I think that just all went into the bag. Maybe right at the end. Oh wait, Nyx's equipment is still there. Okay. Some people have even talked about helping translate the game in English. Oh, that's very nice. That's very nice. Okay, so now we've sort of done a bunch of things, and we've now got our, I guess, our setup for... how would I put it? Our premise for getting back into the game. So let's what would be the best place? Ironically, I think actually going to... I want to get this tower, so that's interesting. Thank you very much for sharing that. I think probably let's go to Dharma just for the cheap, like, inn. And instead of a cheap inn, I should have literally just gone to my mum just then. Instead of always coming back here, because it's not like anyone else is needing, I guess, assistance there. So I think if you're doing the retro achievement set as well, there's an achievement for leveling each class to 40, which is a bit of a work. It's a bit of work to do, but I mean, it's not like there's any hidden spells or anything. So. But yeah, let's return to Zipangu, because then I can do the kind of drive over pretty easily. So we're just gonna go until we hit land, which might be like a battle. You see what I'm doing here? I'm basically hitting the edge of the continent here, and then going straight up. Gosh, can we fight? Can we do any better kinds of fights here? Man, if only Nyx had... Oh, Nyx can't attack, sorry. Nyx can't do it. Rags has Ice Bolt. Also, up is fun. But let's see how much damage Ice Bolt does. So, Fireball. Keeps missing people as well. Come on, let's see how this goes. Oh, there's too many enemies, I tell ya. And I'm paralyzed, so that's fun. Well, they didn't say sages were fast, apparently. Well, it was a really good kill on that guy. I'm just running from this fight. There was too much going on here, man. I tell ya. Which is a bit of a shame, because it's just like, I need to get these characters leveled up, and I'm just like, man, you know? I think I need to do some research on equipment, because I'm probably like winging the equipment that I've been seeing, but not necessarily like going out for the really good stuff that I could be getting at this point. I mean, we keep a tab open, we'll start like doing some, looking up for some weapons. Unfortunately, those guys can't even do that much damage as well, so... here we are. Here's that tower that we were at a moment ago. And then I proceeded to make no progress because of fights like this. Let's see how easy we can get through these. Can also cast upper, and I believe upper is basically like you deal double damage. And that's fun if you have a person who deals lots of melee damage all the time. Let's see how quickly we can take these guys out. Oh, lots of damage on Rags. Because if this doesn't go well, then the alternative is we go back to the dragon, I guess. Let's see, you're gonna need to do a heal. We're gonna hope that oh, we're gonna hope that we can do some okay damage here. That really wasn't a lot of damage on the blue beak after upper. Hold on, what is... Am I nuts? Oh, up is a buff, not a... Sorry, I'm thinking double in later games. Yeah, this fight is going swimmingly, isn't it? Now stuff it. They are taking me out so quickly on those turns. And this is a bit of... I'm showing my inexperience here, because I'm just like, I don't know how I've been going so wrong, I guess. I'm like, I go into the fights, and I don't have anything to take out these guys. Like, I think... I don't know, do I just need a mage? Maybe. But then I get into a fight like this, and it's like, oh, it's fine. It is all falling apart. Well, I don't know if it's falling apart, like, I just need, like... How to put it? I need to do something that can deal with high damage. And that involves a strong weapon. Because if you don't have a strong weapon, then the high defense of enemies starts to get in your way. I know 3 of my characters have whips, and I get that whips are not the strongest things in the world. So, at this point in the game, I'm starting to consider, okay, well, maybe we can do something else instead of whips. But, the question is, what do we equip? I feel like for the stage, you want to start getting like a solid staff somewhere. So check out this fella. Just showing up in the middle of this fight. The Voodoo Man. And watch out for him. So looking up how to put it. I love that this list has weapons grouped up separately as well. This is a completely unuseful list as well. Hold on. We should have a list of weapons. Here we go. Makes a lot more sense now. So, okay, so we need ones that I guess a sage can equip. Just start off with a sage. Yeah. I'm curious what... Also, Ragslow's outside as well. Just in case you need to leave dungeons, you can have another character do it. Here we go, and let's get rid of the poison. Alright, as for the dungeon itself, I don't think it's too complex, maybe? Oh, let's just go full on the first guy. Yeah, they've got Infernos, which is a bit mean. Yeah, man. Either that or... I guess the other thing as well is that the game's pretty open-ended and maybe I'm going about it the wrong way? I don't know. A part of me just really wants, like, the boom spell. I really want, like, just a kill everyone kind of spell. Because I used to rely so... I don't know that boomerangs do that as well, but I used to rely so heavily on that in, I think Dragon Quest IV, I'd really use that a lot. So... now I'm just like, oh boy, I'm sweating, because I keep going into these fights, sort of going, ooh, I don't have a solid... I'm too used to, like, healing everyone in RPGs, you know? Because then it's like, oh no, you know, like, who do I heal with? Also, dang, missing on a spell. Yeah, we should be able to get through here. Here we go. Other than that, I have... yeah, we're looking up other... oh, we're looking up weapons on the other monitor just to see what is available, what is out there for me to get. There's definitely some ones much later in the game. In fact, there's actually... man, there's one that I could get if I defeated the dragon, so... maybe that's actually where I should be going? I don't know, this seems like about the same difficulty, and I know this one doesn't have a boss fight after it. I hope it doesn't. Or I'm just completely forgetting it, so... I just want this Eliminato gone. They can't fit the R in the name. The Eliminato. That's the one, so... but yeah... I said it was a chaotic week. I guess it's probably not, like, tons chaotic, but I'm definitely, like, how to put it? It's the work life. It's crazy in recent times, so... there's Nyx, so in theory I could switch classes as Nyx, but we're gonna keep going with Nyx. It's not Nyx's time just yet. But yeah, no, it's a crazy time in workplaces. I feel like some of it is, I guess, it's the end of the financial year, which is great for people buying stuff. You get your fun sale prices all over the place coming up real soon. But it's not fun for me at the moment, in the sense of there are expectations and targets that companies have to achieve, and therefore, oh, can't we push for these really, like, you know, great goals? And it's like, I don't know, to me, sometimes it's like, companies set goals, and it's like, there is merit in getting most of the way there. Like, the target is very much a stretch. It's very hard to negotiate that that's actually what you're going for, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, we did something, you know, big, and we've delivered, like, X, Y, Z, and someone wanted W as well, and you're like, well, you know, we tried our best to get there. There's a door on the... oh my gosh. Oh, and we got a suddenly attack as well. I gotta deal with these blue bigs real quick, because Inferno's hitting everyone is not fun. The poison I can deal with. It's kind of annoying, but I can deal with it. And that's kind of annoying to get the enemies to just immediately attack. I don't suppose they're weak to Infernos. We'll see. But yeah, it's tricky to negotiate that kind of stuff. Oh, yeah, they do not like Infernos. At least less than Firebow. But yeah, that Infernos adds up every time. There you go. We might be getting kills quicker. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna go a bit more in on just attacking this turn. I think we can wing another turn just attacking people. Oh boy. But yeah, no, it's a bit of a crazy time. How do I put it in a way that doesn't exactly like rip on anyone? I don't know. But I've definitely, I don't know, like I feel it more this year than previous years. I don't know. There's a bit of a sentiment that I guess the economy is not doing too great, I guess, in general, global economies. And honestly, like, I don't know, purchasing power is always a fun one. There you go, there's another level for Rags. Oh, now Rags can fire bow, and also increase, which is very nice. You know, increase being the spell that I mentioned earlier. Look at all these other ones as well. You could tiptoe if you wanted to not have battles as often. Okay, we've got lots of things to antidote away, so okay. But yeah, I don't know. A part of me feels like it's very easy to get distracted because of all this stuff going on. I don't know, I'm a terrible person when it comes to, like, work, because I always think of work way too much, so... I don't know, it's scary, I don't really have any, like, comforting words to say about it. It's just like, hey, it'll get there. And I guess that's the thing, is that when times do be tough, we'll get there. Alright, so now we've got these stairs. I believe we have... paths in all these directions. I think west is where we go. Oh, look at that, it's a staircase. I don't think there's any other chests. Actually, we can even sniff this out as well, because it's not like Nyx has magic used for anything. Yeah, there's no chest on this floor, so we all float on. Alright, exactly. This kind of reminds me of the lighthouse in Gold and Silver, doesn't it? So it's a relatively normal dungeon, isn't it? Because this 5th floor is actually the top as well. Like, isn't that weird? It's like it takes a while to get into the dungeon or the tower, and then it's like, oh, that's it. That's it, right there. These guys healing is a bit annoying, though, I'll tell you that, so... Everything healing, everything in this game annoys me. I don't know why. I am liking this game, but it is a bit of like a, oh, you know, we go into a place, we try to pick up some chests, and we move on. And I guess that's the thing, is that, like, the story is very much the towns. It's very easy to just sort of see all the towns and then be like, oh, okay, well, that's kind of most of it. Because we've seen most of everything. I haven't explored South America, really. But, like, we're sort of, I don't know, we've got a lot of the places pretty much mapped out already, so... Also nice. I should have known. Okay, so, what are we gonna do here? We could wing the sleep again. And, we could do an increase. Come on, sleep. Do your stuff. Dang it, sleep. Dang it. I had to not be checking. Okay. Well, let's just wing the rest of the dungeon, because we're right here. But we should be good here. We should be good. Again with the healing. Okay, so... The chest was a cannon box. That's why Rags is dead. I fell for it once again. It always do be like that. We gotta defeat these Barnabas. Barnabas. But yeah, so anyway, so Switch 2, I know I've probably mentioned it a bunch. I don't have too much to say other than we'll see what happens, but I do think that it's a bit of an interesting time because I haven't really done a stream during, or not a stream during, but like I haven't done I guess we haven't had a console launch since I've really been doing these kinds of streams, I guess. At least for the past like 5 years, it's been like, yeah, you know, like PS5 just came out at the, like, as I started, but I don't know, I didn't really think people were crazy excited for the PS5. People bought it at the end of the day, but, you know, if you're chasing computer graphics, well, the computers, you know, the PCs were already doing it. It's not like there's exclusives or anything, or the Xbox Series, well, exactly. Does anyone care about the Xbox Series? I still don't know. The Eliminator. I should just be able to damage out these guys. Yeah, they're not hitting too hard. Isn't it weird that it's only the armors on the bottom floor were really that terrifying? So, these chests here, by the way, they're like... Yeah, they're chests. You know, whatever. The love ring, I believe. Let me try to... Let me see. List of accessories. I need to have this open at all times, don't I? Oh, we don't have the names. Because I think they're short and so... I don't know what the name is. That's always hard to figure out. So, what you gotta do here, I believe, is you step off the ledge right in the middle here, and you land right here, where you'll find money and the Echo Flute. This is the real big prize right here. And also a life acorn, so very nice. So, anyways, if we go to our inventory and wherever the Echo Flute, I think I've actually got it here, you can play the Echo Flute wherever. And it tells you that an echo comes back or not. Which sounds like, okay, why are we doing that? Anyway, let me cast outside as well. I know I can't cast return. I don't have enough magic for that, but I do have a warp wing. I got 2 warp wings, so let's go back to Dharma and let's rest up. But this echoing device is the key to figuring out whether you actually have an orb in your presence. So knowing where orbs are, somewhat. It'll at least, you know, that's our quest now. We need to collect the 6 orbs. We've sort of been everywhere. We need to collect these orbs now. So, but yeah, no, I'm excited for the Switch. I'll probably buy it pretty early on. I'm not too sure of, like, I don't have a pre-order right now. I know it's a bit of a, like, oh, Nintendo fanboy buys the console first at the beginning. I want to play Mario Kart. That's a me thing. That's as simple as it can be. So, okay, let's have a crack going back to Zapangu. Lemon already pre-ordered it. Well, I hope Lemon. I mean, actually, is it June 5th for everyone? Are the Australians gonna have it like fairly early because of that? I'm curious if that's how it is. So, anyway, we're back in here. So we just need to wander back to the dragon and hope for the best. But I'm probably a bit, how would I put it, over-leveled. I didn't really have the equipment to back it up, but like these guys were, you know, no threat. But yeah, I don't really think the new features of the Switch 2 are exactly like the crazy most exciting parts. I think people are very just looking forward to seeing good performance out of a Nintendo system until, you know, the PlayStation 6 comes out eventually. And that's fine. That's, if anything as well, there's something very neat about it being in a handheld, and I hope that people start doing comparisons between it and other gaming handhelds more. I still think that the one story that said Cyberpunk runs at 360p native, 2x upscale, and then for some odd reason forgot what the screen resolution of the Switch 2 is, and then said that and assuming it's still 30 FPS. Meanwhile, we have, like, not to say it will be better, but we already have gaming handhelds that can play Cyberpunk at 1080p native 60 on medium, I think. And I'm not sure where the graphics quality on the Switch 2 is going to be when, you know, we get the Cyberpunk, you know, game. It is, I guess, recompiled for ARM and all that stuff, but I would imagine, you know, this NVIDIA handheld should generally be pretty okay, right? I don't know. It just seems odd to me that, like, how can we have one system that honestly doesn't cost, like, that much ridiculously more than a Switch 2? It is more, but, like, yeah. And not to say the Switch 2 is also extremely brand new tech, because it's based on Ampere GPUs, and that's an architecture that's been around for a while. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like we'll probably... Also, there it is. There it is. My man. My man. He's got Bang. We're in. Bang is the GOAT spell. Because it does a decent amount of damage, and it hits everyone. Groups, no problem anymore. We are just hitting all enemies. I'm not going to use it against this dragon. But, so I keep wandering everywhere, I tell ya. I'm not paying attention to where I'm going. For example, it may be slightly useful in a fight like this if I couldn't just kill these guys in, you know, a couple of hits anyways. But yeah, what I'm looking forward to is seeing that handheld gaming market push a little bit. I know that this is, like, it's not necessarily going to be the most inventive system in terms of well, how would I put it? Like, we've already had decent handhelds there, but seeing a lot of people go in and buy a handheld system, again, is going to be kind of interesting if people bounce back to, okay, well, how do we make, you know, people buy the ROG Ally... We've already had a ROG Ally 2 already, have we? I don't know if we've got the second one already out, but I remember the first one being a fairly decent, like... The only thing with Bang is that, yeah, it's a bit of magic. 5's not too bad, but you won't get through a dungeon if you spam that all the time. Maybe you'll get through this one. You would think Panic All hits more than one person as well. There we go. Look how much damage it does. Pretty much the normal amount, but hitting everyone is very nice. Not being beholden to groups, I tell ya. And that's also what the boomerang does, but yeah, we've not ever had a boomerang to really dance around with. There we go, so... Oh my gosh, main character's leveling up. Now I've learned Stop Spell. Very nice. I will use that all the time. Yeah, no, I really do want to see handhelds, I guess, I don't know, be nice, be better. Sort of when the Switch came out, no one cared too much because it was quite novel. And also, it's like, oh my gosh, Breath of the Wild, like, look how impressive this game is. It's hilarious that people go back in time and then dunk on Breath of the Wild so much, and I think mostly because it is a very, very... How would I put it? It's a very popular game, and a lot of people really gush over the game, and they've never played any other video game in their life, let alone Zelda. But, simultaneously, I think Breath of the Wild is incredibly good. I think there's so many incredible things with Breath of the Wild, and the dragon's here, so let's... Oh, I'm not at the dragon yet. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that that game would literally take me a year on stream, I would love to play through it. But at least, actually, as long as you don't get all 900 Korok seeds, then it's okay. It's still kind of gnarly. Yeah, it's still pretty gnarly, but yeah, the like, I hope Mario Kart is that. I'm not too sure if it will be, I guess. Better or worse than Crash 4, 100%. What was involved with Crash 4, 100% again? I'd probably say it's worse. You spend, like, hours just, like, going for it, so... okay, so... what are we doing here? A lot of stuff. Okay, so main character really can't do too much other than we do have a sleep spell, I guess. Could be funny, but I think probably my main character's damage is sort of the selling point there. Sleep, surround maybe. I'm not too sure if surround actually will work, but maybe defense, which is the... actually, sorry, defense is a us one, isn't it? No, sorry, defense is the them one. So, yeah, go with that. Nyx has to attack because there's nothing there. And we have... also sap, so... let's go for it. The double defense, but yeah, if I can get 60 damage, then that will be okay. Hitting everyone with fire is mean. But now I have multiple damage dealers. So I can have air, you know, drop a heal. I can have Nyx just keep attacking, and Rags can drop a heal now. So if I can keep everyone alive with multiple healers, then it's all just a bit of a battle of attrition. I can't heal more, but I can at least... oh, sorry, I can heal more with this, but... yeah, we could go for a sleep. Speed up also would be kind of nice. But we are faster than this guy, so I don't think he's too much a problem. And yeah, his regular attacks are not actually that bad. It's just the breathing fire is kind of the annoying part. I don't think he's ever going to fall asleep, though. That's the one catch. Yeah, I do wish you could see your max health as you're in one of these fights. I just realized it's like, oh, yeah. Yeah, let's just go in. Also a, Ice Bolt might be fun. Yeah, that'd be nice to have. The dragon's weak to ice? Maybe. Yeah, we'll keep doing it. But, yeah, I don't know how much health this guy has. Probably a bit. I mean, it's a solid boss fight, you know, you gotta go for it. Also, hi, attacking twice in one turn. That was a bit of cheating. You're not allowed to do that. No cheating allowed. Okay. So we're dealing damage. We're getting there. Oh, he's doing the fire again. Ah. Oh, snap, it's double attacking. Okay, this is getting a bit hairy. Air needs to definitely heal more Nyx, and then Rags, I guess heal Rags. Yeah, it's getting a bit dicey here, oh boy. I should be able to survive an attack, but I don't think anyone is going to survive two of them. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna heal Air. Air is gonna heal more Biendeo. Rags is gonna just heal again. Nyx is not getting that much damage down. Like 25 a turn is like, I'm gonna run out of magic well before this fight's done. Hey, he's double attacking again. Stop it. Get some help. Well, we could do another sap and just see what happens, I guess. Oh, we got more defense down. This might help. Okay, so now we should be safe for a bit of regular attacking. Which one was, yeah, upper was, upper's the one I like, right? That's the increased damage. Well, that's the increased defensive. Oh, gosh, yeah. I know I mentioned it earlier, I'm just like, we'll go with the Ice Bolt, I guess. Let's go for it. He's got a lot of health, though, I tell you. It's been a while since we did a boss fight. Okay, I don't mind him only attacking once a turn. I would appreciate if he just never attacked multiple times a turn. Yeah, how much does Rags do with a regular attack here? More than the Ice Bolt. Okay, cool. We've got a decent bit of damage going on now with the regular attacks. Biendeo's doing 66. There we go. We just keep healing, keep juggling it, but should be okay. I'm like biting my thumb right now. I'm like, oh my gosh. It's getting... it's still going. We're not there yet. I have continued playing Xenosaga episode 2 a little bit. Oh gosh, the fire. Okay. Oh, the double attack. Not very nice. Not very nice. It gets to heal more Biendeo. Nyx attacks Rags. Just keep yourself alive. Wherever heal's gone. There you go. Also, Orochi is attacking before Rags is done. Also high. Double hit again. Not very happy. Listen, if I'm gonna Hail Mary a freaking kill, I want Biendeo to be the one, because Biendeo's doing the damage. Ugh. 46 is a lot. I always keep hitting casts on Nyx. Ah. Okay, come on, come on. Let's get there. Am I doing more damage as the fight goes on? Like, even when I'm not, like... I'm not doing anything too weird, I'm just, like, going in for it? Gosh, how long does this fight go for? Jeez. Ah, the double attack. The double attack. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. We're just going for a hit. Come on, we got this. We got this. Just go in. Hail Mary. Oh! We were so close. We were so close. You don't even get that much experience. Like, 693 is quite a bit, but that's across 3 people. The Orochi Blade. The Orochi Blade. We did it, boys. Also, then he goes into a portal. You know, as you do. As you do. So, the Orochi Blade is an incredible sword. It's one of the better ones in the game, so it's nice to get it. Yeah, I was like, who held it? So, look at that damage on Biendeo. That's great, but also, Rags can use it, which would be kind of neat. Depends how much damage you want Rags to do with regular attacks. But in theory, just get your main character to, like, go nuts with a freaking sword. It's great. Also, bonus points as well. And this actually might be an interesting one as well. I might juggle around this. I'm pretty sure that the sword actually, it casts, defense. So you can drain your opponent's magic, your opponent's, defense by using this. Which, I don't know, if you put it on a character who doesn't have, you know, like, doesn't care about attacking in the same turn, maybe that's okay. I don't know. You know, unfortunately, Rags didn't make that fight, but we'll just give the excuse of Rags is level 11. So, anyways, into the portal we go. And, we're just back here. Himiko, we must tend to your wounds. Where could Himiko have sustained such injuries? They're terrible. Only you have seen me in my true form. Keep silent what you've seen, and I will allow you to live. Do you accept? Sure. Oh, a wise decision. What if I say no? That's fine. Then I won't let you live. I will eat you alive! Oh. I should have seen this coming. I should have seen this coming. Oh, boy. I should have seen that coming. I angered. It's so over. It's so over. I'm very certain as well. Not only is this not just a refight, I'm very certain this is a stronger fight. Actually, is it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a stronger fight. I'm just gonna cop it. I'm just gonna cop it, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's what I get for angering a freaking dragon. I'm just head in my hand, just going, oh, how could I have been so callous just then? If the game is mean, it'll make me do the regular fight again, but most likely it won't. I don't know why I'm saving again, just in case. Okay, so now to spend all my money again on reviving people. This one is self-inflicted though, entirely self-inflicted. Anyways, I need to fill the dead air because I am just sort of like sitting there going, yep, yep, but yeah, what else has been going on? Like, what is actually happening? Because I feel like other than like me complaining about work, if anything as well, the fact that I can't like, there's nothing else to focus on, there's maybe a sense of like, things are pretty chill. I don't know, there's a bit of like, how would I put it? Hostility on my timeline, so I'm sort of like tuned out of that. I guess it's another day in Twitter, am I right? Like, it's always like that. When is there a day when people are not like, you know, at each other's throats on the internet? There we go. Okay. Just make sure I save again, just so I don't have to heal everyone again. And Rags is close to another level anyways. There we go. Okay, back to the place again. Zipangu. So hopefully I don't have to fight the thing again. That'd be kind of annoying. So back up here into the castle wherever it's there we go. Right up the top. There you go. You must leave us. Okay. The good news is that's chilling there. A part of me goes... Do I actually need to fight her again, or is that just a meme? I would have thought maybe something opened up, but I really hope the refight actually isn't necessary, but I think it is. Yeah, I got a feeling it is, so... To be fair though, I have a stronger sword. No! And at the very least, I have healed right away, so... okay, so, what's the strat? We are going to... I guess, yeah, do the same thing. We just, do a sap and a, what's the one? Defense. Oh, where's it gone? Or also sap, I guess. Yeah, look at that, 86 damage. I think the fire is a little more annoying as well, so... Oh, and you could just do it twice in one turn. You could just ruin my day immediately. You're ruining it. You're ruining it. Okay. I wonder if there's a bit of luck involved with this fight, because you literally have to hope that the boss isn't just spamming the fire attack every waking moment. Like this, like, I can't... I can't deal with that. I can't deal with that. We're gonna do a quick retro arc reset. Ready, 3, 2, 1. No one saw that. That was why I saved right before, because I'm like, I know I can get screwed over by the freaking fire there, but oh, that's painful. That's absolutely painful. This was like a we did it fight. Also, oh my gosh, I just want to leave. I just want to go there. That was, yeah, that was a we did it fight, but also no, we didn't really do it. Have you tried talking with the prince? The prince? Where's the prince? Is he chilling here, or...? Also, what was the story? The freaking prince... One tile below Orochi. Yeah. It just says leave. He's just like, oh, you know, you're wounded. Just leave. That's it. This is Himiko's chamber. Just lying there. I think I need to actually nail the sleep. Maybe that's the strat. Like, maybe the boss actually is vulnerable to sleep, so... Just get 2 people going for it. You're not gonna sleep, because, the boss doesn't... Also, attacking twice. Like, right off the bat. What's the... I gotta be doing something wrong, right? I managed to wing my way through that first fight. Seemed okay. There's other things we can do. We don't have to deal with this, because ultimately, at the end of the day, this gets you one of the orbs, and, well, it's not like you need certain orbs before other orbs. Sleep is not a thing. Sleep is not a thing. It's just not at all, so... Like, I'm trying my best here, but given that the dragon is attacking twice every turn immediately... And apparently fire seems to be a regular... Yeah, a regular thing here. I'm probably gonna say, this dragon do be kinda off limits, I guess. Because I can't juggle the healing that fast, at least not without, you know, like a Sage's Stone for later. Another quick Retroarch reset. Whoa. But I don't have, I don't have any other strat there, so I don't know. We'll do something else. We'll move on to another part of the game, and we'll come back for this. You only need this as one of the 6 things that you get at the end. But given that, like, the dungeon was easy, the enemies were easy, like, the boss at the end seems like a bit of an odd call there. So, okay, so anyway, let's go to South America, shall we? We're going to Brazil. Is there a better way to travel there, or we'll just go, we'll just sail there. We'll just sail there. Give some opportunity to get some experience, and also for me to probably end the stream at some point and figure out the armor that I actually should have been buying the whole time. But yeah, I'm admitting defeat on this one. I actually... Like, I'm getting there, and I'm like, I don't really quite know how to tackle that. It's just sort of there. It's like, ugh. The dragon too strong? Yeah. It is Dragon Quest, you know? Like, if there's one thing we're gonna have to kill at the end, that's a big one. Here we go, there's mountains. More mountains. There we go. But, at the very least, I guess, like, you know, there is no... Like, we'll get there with enough levels, I guess, and maybe some better equipment that I could buy from places. Part of me feels like I really need a, you know, like a kabuff kind of spell, and I don't have that. I don't have a kabuff spell. Which would be, yeah, the group increase. Actually, does regular increase? I think regular increase might be... Maybe I should have been spamming that the whole time. I'm going here first, and then I'll have a crack at that again. The leggy eggies have returned. There's also, I'm pretty sure that, yeah, in later games it's called Oomph. I'm pretty sure that that's in this game somewhere, but I don't know how late it comes. I'll tell you that. But, yeah, hopefully, yeah, like, when the main character attacks, or really when anyone attacks with the strong sword, it should be good. Yeah, let me just double check as well. Are there any other kinds of weapons that I could be grabbing or holding onto that might be worth my while? So that sword is definitely one of the stronger ones. And it casts sap, which is nice. There does exist a whip. I have no idea if there's a way to... I should have healed between battles. That's okay. Actually, King Kong's coming to kill me right here. What's the big monkey do the King Kong reggae? Yeah, easy. Easy stuff. Right there. As I try to Google more and more of these, items and go like, oh, you know, can I get that? Can I get that? I think I might be able to get this one, actually. Maybe? No, I can't. And he healed and ran. Healed and ran. So if we keep going south here, somewhere in Chile, we come across the house ahead is home to a crew of pirates. I'd stay away if I were you. Oh, okay. Well, that is indeed a house. And, well, I mean, we'll wander around. Hello there. Oh, you're looking for orbs? Oh, I seem to recall seeing something like that in our loot. Where do we put it? Arr, who are you? Oh, wait, aren't you a lot out to take on the Demon Lord? Oh, we roam the Seven Seas. We've heard all about you, lie everywhere we go. You're welcome here. Stay as long as you like. I love that these pirates are chill as. Can we warp here as well? Can we return to the... No, this is not a place, unfortunately. Dang it. Pirate's house, not a real place. But, yes. Also, if you want as well, let's use the flute. And I believe the flute should, Oh. Ooh. Keeps going. An echo came back, so that's our clue, that there's actually an orb here. A long time ago, we saw a haunted ship wandering the sea. We must have met the ghost ship because we had the bone of a sailor. We gave the bone to the old man in Greenland. You'd think he'd be a bit more generous in his office. Yes, what we have we stole. But just 7 gold for a copper sword, ridiculous. I know, right? Don't disturb us, please. We're discussing business now. I do enjoy business. I should probably cash in my MIDI medals, shouldn't I? We only rob the evil rich. You can think of us as heroes. Okay. It's bound to be something in one of these barrels. There you go, more tiny metal. Yeah, I need to cash in these tiny metals, I tell you. As well as also, are there any other token boards somewhere? Because I've only found 2. And I struggled with one of them, so... There was nothing in there. I got the gambling tokens everywhere, I tell you. This is our captain's quarters. Okay. Hello. Do you think it's funny that a woman like me commands a crew of pirates? No. I don't like bootlickers. Oh. It is funny. Well, aren't you blunt? I like that. Do you know the land of Izumi? It's a little south and a bit west from here. I doubt anyone other than us would even know about it. By the way, are you lot really on a quest to defeat the Demon Lord? Yeah. Yeah? You really are? I'm not sure if you could do it. But if you do, come see us. Oh, okay. Wait, so what if I say yes and then no? Also, yeah, we saw that town of Luzami. We saw that one. They were just there. Nope. You're traveling aimlessly? That's not a bad thing either. Well, thanks for the chat. Let me steal your socks now. So, okay, so the orb is somewhere in here. The question is just... where? I mean, most likely in here. So, we'll probably just change the time of day, right? Makes sense. That's a fun little house, though, I'll tell you that. Also, can't believe it, they're awake at the wrong time of day. Oh. Have I been doing something wrong because the lamp is just not working anymore, or... I don't know, man. This game is... This game is escaping my knowledge. This has been a brain mush stream, I'll tell you that. My brain is very mush this stream. Too many things on my mind. Maybe I'm too hyped for the Switch 2 and I don't even know it. I don't know. But, if anything, it's... Maybe, yeah, maybe it is day to night. Like, because both times it was nighttime and I tried switching it. Because any inn will make it daytime, so maybe that's just how it do be. How it works. There we go. Get through there. There we go. Thank you, Rags, for learning Infernos. Oh, still nighttime. Might as well do a full HP cast while we're at it. Apparently Rags is the dedicated healer here. I'm jumping the gun too much, I tell ya. There you go. So I'm pretty sure if we go in the daytime, we don't really see too much going on. Yeah, like everyone is gone. Including this guy, which allows us to go downstairs. Downstairs, we see, going here. Pirates come home at night. Thanks for telling me that. He's too afraid to leave. He's just, Well, I don't really think we're missing anything here, right? Like, this was all the rooms, so... Unless there's a hidden item. But, we still need to get that orb. Where could that orb be? Well, I think the easy thing is just to walk around the outside of the building. Hold on, it was right here. Wow, a set of stairs! Wow! A punk ring! Wow, a strength seed! Wow! An orb. It was here the whole time, so... There you go, that's one of the orbs. Not every orb is gonna have a two-fight dragon behind it, I tell ya. Okay, so, there's an orb. Let's get the mini-medals checked in. Pondering the orb. Were the mini-medals in Aliahan? Like in the well? Pretty sure it was in the well. I think it was in the well. Completely forgotten where Mini Metal Man was. I'm pretty sure he was like down here. Yeah. And then you go down and he's like, oh! Come trade your mini medals. Freaking the witch from Professor Layton, you know? Welcome, I collect tiny medals. Oh, sorry, they're tiny in this game, not mini. So I found quite a bunch. 20. Oh, geez, we're at 20. Okay. So for 5 medals, you get this whip, which I'm pretty sure we've gotten better whips. So, the Garter, which is, I think, an accessory. And for 20, I get the Blade Boomerang, which actually might be quite nice to have going on. Of course, I'm just going to tell you off looking at the chest. Anyway, let's see how useful this, like, hold on, this whip is, yeah, no, we've seen better whips. The Garter increases defense, which is okay, I guess. Depends on who you're using it on. And the Blade Boomerang is okay. Yeah, less damage for Nyx, but honestly, it does hit everyone. I'd probably cop the slightly lower attack if, you know, at the cost of, hey, I can hit everyone. Because then I don't need to cast Boom everywhere. Let's go sleep at home, and... Let's, there's one other thing we can have a crack at doing. There we go. I love how I do that, and I'm like, and then we can take on the dragon, but, yeah, let's do it. Let's have a crack at it. Why not? I'm gonna wing the, save point that's up here as well. This person doesn't even judge me. And then if not, there's something else I know we can do, so... Okay, so... Cast, return, back to... Zupangu. So, I feel like I should have been casting increase the whole time. As in, increase my own defense, not like... increase my opponent's defense. Because I kept thinking like, oh, you know, like, increases a one character thing, but I'm pretty sure it's an all character thing. That's not going to help me from the fire, though, but it is going to help me from everything else. So... Okay, so, what are we doing? We are doing, I guess with the main character, nothing really, just go for the attack. So, we have, Sap. What's Sap versus Defense? I think Defense targets a whole group, doesn't it? Just Control F on this one. Yeah, defense is literally just sap for a whole group, so me casting defense is kind of overkill. But the main thing is, yeah, casting increase will be the help. Because then we can buy a bit of defense going on. Except from that. And if he breathes fire twice, then it's a bit ouch. That wasn't that much damage. That was, but that was a proper attack, and I hadn't cast increase yet. Okay, so that seemed a little lucrative. I don't know. I'm gonna cast increase twice, because why not? You get 2 goes at it. So there we go. Now an attack is only like 26. Why is this fire... Oh, wait! Is it the orb? Is it the orb's doing? Holy crap, is that actually... I didn't even know that. I didn't even... Or if I did, I completely forgot. Is this the orb's doing? I can just wing this fight now, because he can't hit me with the fire breath very much. I don't know. Maybe. Biendeo does stuff out of order and then wonders why. Well, it's not even out of order, but it's just... The orb was the secret weapon. Maybe. Yeah. Well, I might as well just keep going and attacking this thing then. I'm pretty sure it's still got just as much health. And it's weird, because you just fought it. Like, what do you mean you got just as much health? Also, man, Rags is doing damage. Jeez. Oh, there's some damage. For just Rags. Okay, interesting. Maybe it wears off after that many turns. Let's go with a heal more, because why not? And then we need to, yeah, we need to get Increase kicking back in again. Hey! What happened? What happened? Why am I suddenly taking damage again? Who did this? Okay, we're gonna need to heal air really quick. Nyx could take it, I don't know. Maybe, but... I wouldn't imagine the increase is blocked by the fire. Sorry, I wouldn't imagine increase does something to the fire effect. It should just be... Maybe I should just keep topping it off, like just literally keep spamming it. Do not stop topping off your increase. You need it every turn. Maybe that is the strat, though. Hit him with another sap as well, why not? Okay, back to increase. There you go. I say there we go, as if there was any any change just then. I guess I'll just do a regular heal on Biendeo, and then what's the one I should cast? There's some crazy traffic outside, I tell ya. I'll just attack, why not? Like, yeah, sure, he attacks first, but with the increase, he's not that bad. And yeah, Rags is doing a decent amount, so she. Everyone is a she. Ugh. It's a female princess as well. I'm getting caught out on this one. There is no winning. There is no winning, I tell ya. Okay. It's time for another increase. Oh. Actual miss. Okay, sure, yeah. Alright, let's... What is that gonna do? I don't know, is Sap gonna do anything this time, or nah? Let's go for a speed up, why not? I don't think I need a resap, I guess. I don't know. Orochi's defense isn't coming back. Is Orochi meant to be female in mythology, or is it just like... just because it's the princess in this one? I've not played Okami, and I really need to. I do really need to, I tell ya. Yeah, there's a bunch of games I really need to get around to. But here I am doing Xenosaga Episode 2. I've gotten the hang of Xenosaga Episode 2 as well, and now I'm starting to feel like I'm cheesing the game a little bit, because I'm actually able to sort of, I guess, nail my way through lots of fights. I'm just like, yeah, they're lasting like 10 minutes now instead of the typical 30. Also, I already hit Disc 2. I was 10 hours into the game and I hit Disc 2. I'm like, oh, what? Like, the first game didn't use more than one disc. And so, seeing that the second game had another disc was like, oh, okay, it should be, you know, bigger, grander, there's lots more going on, but, I don't know, it seems the same scope. If anything, maybe a little less. Okay, well that was easier that time, now that I knew what I was doing. $1,000. Himiko was Orochi! Word of this spread quickly. Morning dawned. Oh look, a chest. Oh look, an orb. Oh look, an orb. Well, there's another orb. There we go. So Orochi had been impersonating Himiko. Yeah, Himiko died the whole time. Himiko has died, but now the people revere you. This is hopeless. Oh. Thank you. You're welcome. Himiko was the horrible Orochi. How dreadful! Imagine giving birth to a 5-headed dragon. That doesn't sound fun. Yeah, it's not really a happy ending for these people, but this person is. This is Himiko's manor. Was! Not anymore. It isn't. Biendeo, you are strong. There you go. And how does the town feel? Thank you very much. Well, it's a celebration for me. There we go. Happy days. So, okay, so now what do we do? What's the prime thing? I think we should be able to visit New York pretty easily. So now that we've got two of the orbs, we should be able to see something different at New York. If you're playing the Retro Achievement set, this is like the one thing that actually you can miss, which is items in this town, because it keeps changing over time. So also should be absolutely no sweat coming back here, right? Guys still take a bit of a beating, but we're getting there. I feel like a very relieved now that dragon's gone, you know? No one's in the way. It'll be smooth sailing from here on out. Oh yeah. I gotta go under. You know, honestly, I think it's probably easy to just go to Portago and just head west at that point. So Portago is this one up here. So if we just go straight west, we'll get there. Real quick. Real easy. There we go. That's pretty straightforward, wasn't it? It was just there. It was right there. How hard was it for the English to discover America? It was right there, man. Didn't have to, well, not the English actually, I think the Dutch found it first. The English founded New York, but the Dutch were further south or something. I don't know. Colonialism and like kind of the pioneering days, a lot of it has escaped my knowledge. I remember here's a bit of Australian historical folklore. It was like some guy, mad lad, went from like the center of Australia, or like on the south end on that coast, and just walked straight north, and it took him months. And there's like not much to see, except he did see Uluru, so there was that. I tell you, a secret. Oh, he already told me the secret. So I think if we wander around, well, this looks like the same town, other than that person is Marco. Hello, Biendeo, it's me, Polo. Aren't things looking marvelous? I'm building a shop here. Well, I guess he is building a shop here, so I think if we leave and come back. Nope. He's still. Oh, there you go. It's the shop. It's a shop. How may I serve you? Wow. So, it's a great shop. He built that kind of quick, didn't he? Oh my, if it isn't Biendeo, so good to see you. Watch me. I'm gonna make this town huge. Well, it's definitely here, although this guy now has a door. We have a shop already. For this, I have to thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. So now, if we leave and come back, I don't think he... Oh, look at what he did in the meantime. Wow. Well, I didn't know about this town being here. I found a good trading partner right here. You have to earn business by going out to get it. Oh, snap. Hello, Biendeo, it's me, Polo. I'm gonna have a theater built right here. He is going to town. Wow. So I'm pretty sure There's, what is it? It's one of these flowers. If you're going for the achievement, you need to get one of these flowers. I've got this written down. Nope, not here. But we do have an item shop. The same item shop as before. Now he's got... Hey, warp wings are neat. Nothing really too big though, but sure, okay. I think this will become a big town. Wow. And this guy's house is a lot bigger as well. Town, it keeps getting bigger. I am excited to see it grow. We owe it all to you. Thank you. There you go. That token. That's the important one. Now, there's other important ones as well, but that's the only one for the moment, so. Also, the inn is 8 gold a person, for the whole inn, so that's nice. Gaia sword, the sword that embodies the power of the earth. It is said to make mountains quake. I want it, but I don't have the foggiest notion where it is. He doesn't even have a foggy. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going on this. Again, brainwash stream. I think that is the town. We've only got 2 of the orbs. But there's one last thing that we can do before the end of the stream. And so let's go... How we do this? I think if we go to... Toga? I think that's where I need to go. Yeah, let's go to Portoga. We need to go all the way to... Basically the bottom of this continent again, don't we? Actually, didn't I have... Did I have... Yeah, we didn't have a warp to this place, nah. Yeah, nah. No warp. If there's one thing, my brain being mush also doesn't help the, how would I put it? Me remembering where everything is. And I guess that's the thing, is that, like, this is a very will your oyster kind of game. There's a lot of exploration, a lot of, like, remembering where things are, because then, now that you have this tool that allows you to find the orbs, not a lot exactly tells you who's holding onto the orbs. Your best bet is to visit every single location if you don't have it sort of written down. And I guess that's maybe a criticism I'd have of this game. It's nice that it's nice and open, and certainly, in terms of getting the scale, you know, there, it's great, because the first game is, hey, it's quaint. It's nice and comfy. Also, it's fun Nick's not having to select anyone because he just does this every turn. But on the flip side as well, it's like, oh my gosh, like, there's tons of locations to visit, and you don't really know which one you need to visit at any point in time, because really all of them are available. Once you get the boat, the whole world very opens up. And remember, we've got a flying vehicle apparently teased as well, so... Thank you for the level up, Nix. So if we step off, and we go over here... I think I've already done this visit anyways. Oh, these guys. Some heckin' armors, I tell ya. I don't exactly have a attack for them, other than I could cast defense on the whole group. That might be nice. And, I've got Fireball. We'll use Fireball. These guys are gonna have some decent defense, so... Not anymore! Or at least, 3 of them did. There we go. I love taking damage, don't you? So... I'm trying to think as well, what are some other locations that we haven't fully visited on the map? There's definitely a little bit in South America we haven't yet visited. Europe is like basically done, because that's where you start off. Also iron armor, very nice. I don't know. We haven't gone through the Russia area yet, so we'll sort of leave that for... I don't know. We'll probably have it all explored by next stream, as long as I don't need to like stop and grind, you know. Anyways, here is this town, and this town doesn't, or this, rather not a town, but Tadaki Village, didn't have, you know, you remember this one, right? Yeah. It didn't have, also, I guess I've got money, a little bit of money. Look, I could buy this magic armor. For one, but a very useful one. Especially for rags, because I don't actually have good armor for rags, so maybe it's worth it. There you go. But anyway, so as we're here, let's use the echo flute yet again. You don't have to use the flute, you know, you could just go places. But the echo does indeed come back. So that means we do have an orb here, which is kind of interesting, because it's like, you know, this town. What is there to visit? I think the key thing is that we're looking for a key door, wherever it is, wherever it may be hiding. Wherever he is... Oh. He's chilling. This is the jail. You can't go in the jail. Oh, you finally came. I waited so long for this moment. The hero of destiny comes to me. Please take this orb. Collect the orbs from around the world, then place them around the altar in the tower on Land. The island of Land is far to the south. I'm certain that you'll be able to find new paths to follow. How very useful of a guy. Welcome to my humble inn. So let's have a snooze here. Only to then proceed to hit daytime, and there is nothing here. But also, yeah, if you go into this this jail, yeah, he's been dead. But there is something written on the wall. I'm glad I gave you the orb while I was still alive. Is this a bit of a paradox? I don't know. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good place to leave it. We've got 3 of the 6 orbs. Somehow, I managed to get to 3 in one stream. After failing against this dragon repeatedly, multiple times, so... How far away are we away from some level ups? I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, and then somehow stuff happens and I go, oh, okay, sure. So, we get there in the end. But we got some stuff, you know, Rags is now a sage, we beat the dragon twice, wandered around a bunch of places, including, we got the town set up now. Yeah, fell down a hole with some rope bridges. I feel like rope bridges is such a trope as well, so that's fun. But yeah, I don't think there's too much left to explore in the world. So, we're getting close. We're getting kind of close. So, until then, I'd like to thank you so very much for watching. If you enjoyed the stream, or you didn't enjoy it, you know where to find me here, basically 8:30 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time on Mondays. And, yeah, YouTube VOD will be up kind of soonish. I don't think I need the RAM to render it faster. It's good for editing, but you don't need it for rendering as much. Also, DaVinci Resolve is actually pretty good at scrubbing. Or at least my videos are pretty good at scrub kind of speed, so it's not too bad. And yeah, you can follow me on the Fetty, m.biendeo.com, for all the silly takes on things. I'll probably be talking about the Switch 2 this week. We'll probably see that happen, so that'll be fun. But yeah, until then, stay safe, eat your greens, don't let your brain be mush, and I don't know, see if there's some good sales in the financial year, I don't know. So, see ya!